Hey everyone! So today I'm here to review the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip Liquid Lipsticks. They individually retail for $6 US, they contain 0.11 ounces of product, and they're available in 33 shades. They are said to be a thin, lightweight formula that glides onto lips smoothly and leaves an intense, pigment-rich, kiss-proof color with a bold, ultra matte finish. The packaging is a clear gloss-style tube with a silver chrome cap, and they feature a standard doe foot applicator. They also have no detectable scent or taste to them. The formula itself starts off with a very thin liquid consistency, but they do dry down eventually to a completely flat matte finish. Roughly about 30 seconds to 2 minutes after application, some of them take longer to dry than others. They typically wear from 6 to 9 hours depending on the shade, and they can be slightly drying due to that ultra matte finish. The color itself does cling to lips and it can feel a little uncomfortable at times, but pairing a matte lip pencil underneath of them can help prevent that clingy dryness feeling. With these liquid lipsticks, it is incredibly important to properly prep your lips for application, whether by exfoliating or moisturizing, as any imperfections or dry patches that you may have will without doubt become accentuated. Once the product is applied, whether you're using the applicator or a lip brush, you will want to avoid pressing your lips together until the product is completely dry. Not doing so, and if you do happen to accidentally press your lips together, it can cause the color to lift and actually appear streaky or uneven once the product is fully dried. Also with this formula, if you apply too thick of a layer, it can cause the product to crack and flake off easily. But once dry, the product doesn't move or budge and it does become kiss-proof. Like with most liquid lipsticks, you will want to avoid eating bigger meals or anything that's oil-based like salad dressings or burgers, etc., as it will bring back life to the product and it will move around and fade and wear off a lot faster. Avenue is a medium to dark burgundy red with warm undertones and a flat matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, mostly even, and semi-opaque. It had a slightly thinner consistency than the other shades, which made it a bit more difficult to apply cleanly, but it had excellent pigmentation overall. Avenue wore well for 8 hours and left behind a stain. In comparison, Kat Von D's Nosferatu was brighter and warmer, and MAC's Studded Kiss was muted and less red. Beeper is a medium to dark dusty rose brown with warm undertones and a flat matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, evenly, and nicely opaque. This was one of the better performing shades of the 6, as the color didn't flake or crack towards lip lines, and the color faded evenly over time. Beeper wore well for 7.5 hours before fading. In comparison, Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow was lighter and more pink, MAC's Stone was darker and more gray, MAC's Whirl was warmer and more brown, and MAC's Velvet Teddy was lighter, warmer, and more orange. Kapow is a medium to dark mauve taupe with cool undertones and a matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, evenly, and nicely opaque. The finish wasn't nearly as matte as the rest of the shades, which I felt made it more comfortable, but the color lightly cracked in the fine lines of my lips over time. Kapow lasted 7.5 hours before fading and left behind a faint stain. In comparison, MAC's Stone was lighter and more brown. Mars is a medium brightened fuchsia red with warm undertones and a flat matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, evenly, and had rich opaque pigmentation. Over time, I experienced very light color transfer and flaking on closer inspection, but the brighter nature of this shade did conceal and hide any real visible wear on the lips. Mars wore well for 9 hours and left behind a very vivid stain. In comparison, Bite Beauty's Palomino was cooler and more pink, Kat Von D's Bachelorette was warmer and more red, MAC's All Fired Up was muted and more coral, and the Sephora collection Strawberry Kissed was warmer and more red. Trap is a light to medium muted gray mauve with hints of pink, warm undertones, and a flat matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, evenly, and had opaque color payoff. This was another shade that had a thinner consistency to it, but this one went on cleanly, easily, and nicely pigmented. I did experience the color cracking in the fine lines of my lips over time, but only towards the end of wear. Trap lasted 8 hours before fading. In comparison, Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow was warmer and more brown, Kat Von D's Requiem was lighter and more lilac, and MAC's Whirl was darker and more brown. Tulle is a medium to dark muted plum rose with warm undertones and a flat matte finish. It is also the shade I currently have on today. This shade applied smoothly, evenly, and had rich, opaque pigmentation. There was very light color transfer and flaking with this shade, but again, only on closer inspection. I also experienced the color lightly cracking in the fine lines of my lips, but only towards the end of wear, and the color did fade evenly. Tulle lasted 9.5 hours and left behind a stain. In comparison, Kat Von D's Double Dare was lighter and more pink, Kat Von D's Lolita was lighter and more brown, and the Sephora collection Marvelous Mauve was lighter and more pink. So overall, while these liquid lipsticks do lean on the drier side, they are extremely affordable and they do offer a nice variety of shades. Despite the affordable price tag, I wouldn't necessarily say that these are the best option to be your first introduction to liquid lipsticks, i.e. kind of figure out if you like that finish and that type of formula, since you do have to properly prep your lips and kind of have the hang of applying them. But if the colors have caught your eye, then they're definitely worth checking out, especially the more unique shades. But be sure to let me know in the comments below if you have tried the ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipsticks before, what your thoughts are on them, or just if any of the shades from the collection have caught your eye. As always, don't forget to check out my blog for more details, photos, and swatches, as well as like, comment, and subscribe to show your support. If you'd like to give me a follow, I will have all of my social media listed here, as well as down in the description. As I always say, I hope you found this review helpful, and I hope that you're all having a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching.